That looks good to me. I accidentally bumped my cord, moving it out of the way. Properties. If we just do this, we do this. There we go. That looks good to me. Let's get my comment monitor up and running. Oh, whoops. Probably change this to part 5. I thought I already had part 3. I'm gonna say part 4 then, huh? That's funny. Could have sworn. So we're back. One watching, hello. I'll look at those later. Probably seen most of them. Yep, that's good. Let's hop back in. Put my earbuds on. Got some food. Took a little longer than I was planning. Like an hour and a half, I think. Yeah. Don't need composition 1. Start our music back up and actually, it's a little bit cool out there. So I'm going to put this on because I'm a little bit cool. Thinking about this is kind of making me think about being hot. Which, I don't know. What's that? Go. For some reason, though, like, it's a little bit easier for me to fall asleep when things are cool versus when they're warm. But at the same time, you know, there is the right temperature for me to, like, fall asleep fast. But, you know, like if I'm sitting in a class a little bit tired from staying up too late or something, and, you know, I'm more likely to fall asleep if it's cool than if it's a little bit too warm. Unless I'm just, like, extremely tired. Why did I open up the full window when there's the controls down there? Anyways. Yep, we've got one watching right now. Hey! That is actually a good sign. It means that person number 2 isn't available right now. I don't know why. Maybe they're on the other side of the world, waking up, going to work. Who knows? But it's kind of a good sign that there's only one watching right now. Shows it's legitimate people. Unless the robot makers... Oh, yep, I knew I was going to do it by bumping it on accident. Unless the robot makers... heard me saying it might be robots, and so they made one of them not watch so that I wouldn't think it was robots. I'm gonna eat a Kit Kat. I'm gonna have a mint, too. Those Kit Kats are the same Kit Kats from part 1 of my Let's Talk. Well, it's not, it is 2 parts, but part 2 is like a, I forgot to say this. Here it is. But they're from my Let's Talk on when it is financially acceptable to buy small packages. I would encourage you to go watch that. Some good information in there. But basically, I'll say I had this, and then I had a Kit Kat bar. That's a better deal. Go check it out. There we go. Where were we? Okay. That looks good. That looks good. That frame stays. That looks good too. That one also looks good. Good. Oh. Nope. There is a weird upward shift here, so... What I can do just to make this easy, if I copy this value... Whoops. Boom. Nope. That did not help. What? Copy. Paste. What is... There is a horizontal adjustment going on here too. Copy. Paste. No, we're still... So, let's try this then. Let's go to this side of the number. Get rid of all the junk. Okay. Still up. Let's get rid of all the junk here too. Still an upward jump. That is weird. So I'm gonna say, oh. It still feels like it goes up like a pixel or two, but that could just be the weird blurring that we see between frames. Like, let me show... If you look here where we have obviously not messed with the frame, see how there's a slight blur wiggle of pixels? So it's obviously not... Well, it could be that, but the door needs to be moved. What song is this? I do not know. I think I've heard America before. Yeah, I have. I'm not well versed with a lot of their music. I like them, but I haven't listened to them enough to know the songs. Like, all of the approximately 750 songs on my phone, some of those are like random recordings that I haven't weeded out, but out of the approximate 750 songs on my phone, I know almost all of them. I know almost all the lyrics to them. Not necessarily some of the old songs. I know a bunch of oldies on there, but eventually I probably will when I get that fixed up and get back into listening to them. Yeah. Oh, 2 fusions, that's why. Okay. I was wondering why it was showing 2 things there, because it never showed the 2 comps before, but yeah. Save our progress. There's something really rewarding about knowing your music collection so well. Knowing what you're in the mood for. Being able to sing along with it. Even if not, like, perfectly... You should be able to say, I have this song in my collection. I listen to this song regularly. It's about this. It's something nice and rewarding to be able to say that. At the same time, it does kind of open up some things, and then you start to realize, whoa, this song is actually not a good song. It doesn't agree with my viewpoints. I'm saying viewpoints here, because I don't want to tie this specifically to, religion. Yeah, I don't want to specifically tie it to religion. We're also having size shift here too, yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, I was just saying I don't want to specifically tie the music to religion, which for me, that's kind of sort of what it is. It's like, I love this tune. I'm listening to like a song on the radio or internet that I've never heard before. Man, this is an awesome tune. What are they singing about? Okay, that's a little bit inappropriate. Not my style. Goodbye. That happens a lot, sadly. But once you get to the point where you really know your collection like that, then that will happen. You'll probably find some songs you might want to get rid of. Find some songs that you want to... Oh. I had to give myself a little zappy there, because I thought something I wasn't supposed to. But yeah, you'll find stuff that you want to weed out of your collection that doesn't agree with your viewpoints. I feel the need to come up with an example. Oh, 2 watching now. Hey, welcome. Like. I don't have any good examples right now, but that comes to mind is maybe there's a song that has a political viewpoint that doesn't agree with yours. Hey, you know, it should be easy for you guys to get. So, still that upward shifty shift. So I'm gonna start by getting rid of all the junk. That took us down like a pixel. Let's go to just 6. Still a slight upward shift. Let's go 5. Oops. Sorry, that should be 5, 8. Sorry, 9. There we go. Wait, whoops. Now it's up a smidge. 5. Now there's just that weird... wait, whoops. Between here... Huh. It feels... Still that upward... 2. Okay. A downward shift... 3. This is the point where, like... Okay, watch. Do you see anything happening? I kind of do. The left... Let's fix the... Let's fix the leftward movement. So... If I get rid of all this junk... It's probably somewhere in there one of those numbers changes. Right, leftward shift. So we need to get rid of all this junk. So that it looks like, see how this edge of the door isn't particularly moving much? So it looks like that right there is just, I'm shifting the mask. Same thing with here. I mean, there's a slight upward movement on this. Haha. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. 2, 9. 9. Sorry, that should probably more like be like 8. That looks good to me. Now, if we go back to here... Whoops. Yeah, that looks good to me. So if I'll make this full screen now. Watch the door. You can't really tell that anything's really going on there. Oh, here you can see some weird, blurry, pixely stuff going on. I'm gonna go back on the forums. So, now that I'm looking at this more, I'm gonna go back onto the forum and I'm gonna say, basically, thanks for your suggestion. I'm so close to done with this. My questions are, how do you animate and then stretch? If the time stretching that he's proposing, I don't know if it will, but you have to modify almost more like need a copy points, not a stretch. Like, I'll just use these as an example here. So we know every other frame changes. So let's say I animate, and then here's where the change would be. So 27, we have a frame, and then 29, it changes to actually having different stuff on the picture. So 28 needs to be the same as 27. So a time stretch wouldn't work because it would stretch out 29. We would need to have some copy of 27 to 28. Because if we're just literally stretching everything over by 1, then it seems to me like 9 would move to 30. Or we'd have to, like, okay, I know what 29 is supposed to be. I'm going to do it on 28, and then when we stretch, it's going to move over. Which wouldn't really work. Unless you shifted everything left, all the keyframes left by 1 and changed it, but I don't think that's possible. And that's getting, like, beyond complicated than it needs to be, more complicated. I don't know, yeah. I mean, so I don't know exactly how he proposes to animate with his frame stretch. That looks good. But the other thing I'm going to ask is, do you guys have any suggestions? Might you point me in the right direction for figuring out why? It would be kind of nice to remove this weird double frame stuff that we got going on. Not afterwards, but beforehand. Like, if this is the way it legitimately is from the camera, which it is, because I have this double frame thing going on in Pinnacle Studio over here, I kind of want to leave it that way. I want to remove this at the source. I don't want to remove it afterwards. So, you remove it at the source. Or you remove it, but not necessarily afterwards. You could. I don't want to, because I'm okay with it. Although it does make things take almost, not quite twice as long. But like, plus half the time. So it does make it take longer, you know. So I kind of don't want to mess with it if it's straight from the camera. I just want to know, like, why it is and have a better understanding. Kind of like You might want to understand why your stove, how your stove works, but you don't want to mess with it and change it. I believe we're listening to... Haven't heard this. This is a remix. We're gonna go up to, what do I want to listen to? We're gonna leave Spotify, pull open Groove Music, and play some of my own library. That song that just flashed up, I've grown to appreciate it a little bit better, but at the same time, it's probably my least favorite song of her. And then it started to rain. Followed the boy on the other line. Took a deep breath. Showtime. Dollar sign. Too small. Does that mean make me seem? Do you think she's a royal queen? I know that you know how I feel right now. His beauty. I feel right now. All this doubt. There's just a know-it-all, too short, too tall, too fat, too small. My grandma, I know that you know how I feel right now. It's not, please believe me. I know that you know how I feel right now. Lose all this doubt. On my way, do you know how you feel right? Right now. All this doubt. Sooner or later. Part of that shift is probably the size changing too. A lonely girl will take up. I just noticed the tool stays open here, but it doesn't display keyframes if I'm not have it selected. That's interesting. Just go full 9. It's crazy. That looks better. Okay, it needs to move right just a tidge. Too much of a tidge, like 2. Somebody else. Pretend to fit it. That looks good to me. Too much. This should be like 05. I'm just gonna leave that. Nobody's gonna see that. If you see that, you're zooming into the frame this much after the movie's been made. Oh, 1 second. Do we have connect? Nope. My phone is just like saying it's loading the video, but for some reason there's connection's good, so reload the stream on my phone, my old phone. Get us a little stretch here. Okay. This is kind of weird. So, the song I'm listening to right now is, You're a Mystery by Anna Graceman. This? That's a beautiful photo of her. So, this song used to be here, and the names were the same spot. I thought the song was in the right position, the name was wrong, and that's the way it came from Google Play. So I've actually been meaning to send them a message and let them know. I sent her a message like Facebook, didn't work, so I might have to contact her via her email if something doesn't work. But so I manually flipped the names around thinking the songs were in the right position. That's wrong. I got Music Brain's Picard, which is a completely free MP3 repair tool. There's one you can buy. I forget what it's called. Oh, Tune Up, I think. I used the free trial of that, and it works great. But I ran out, so I downloaded Music Brain's Picard, let it fix this album because it was having some issues, and it fixed it, and this is the order it's supposed to be. So it's trippy to hear this song first. What are you really like? What is the hurt? Feel like the puzzle piece that doesn't fit in. I lose and I lose. There's nowhere to. Can I have? I couldn't see any about. I'm gonna leave this in 1 second, but I just need to look up I know I spelled mystery wrong. M-Y-S-T-R-Y. There's just one line that I don't know. Days have gone past, but here you are still. Push me too far, I have no time to heal. It's just a charade. The game you play, are we really just a masquerade? Cannot understand. I think that's it. Let me go. Everything would go like we planned. Tonight together we would stand hand in hand. I wished upon your star. Oh, I didn't plan on falling apart. Cannot I? That's wrong. She's saying, can I have this dance? You're a mystery in disguise. Or not to be. That's the question now. Am I anything at all? We're the question now, okay. Oh. Curtsy and you bow. I curtsy and you bow. Okay. That's the line I don't get. Ah, it's so rewarding to be like, I know that line. That is wrong. Yes, they got it wrong. Oh. Ah. Especially with how sometimes with the way you sing stuff in music, and some people are hard to understand when they're singing. They sing and hard to understand. It just makes it so rewarding when you're like, that's not right, I know it. And you look up somewhere else and it says exactly what you hear every single time you listen to the song. And you're like, I heard it right. Woo! You know, I wanted to see the light down in my little window on the preview down there. So I'm going to shake this around up there just for excitement. This bracelet. A fiber optic LED heart Valentine's Day bracelet. There we go. I see it in the preview. Coming down the track. Cha-change is coming. Cha-change is. That does move up by a smidge. I can see it. So. That should fix it. Nope. Still up by a bit. So 63295. That looks good. Oh, my eyes are getting tired of staring at these pixels. Be right back. This is gonna be a quick run. I'm just gonna quickly run and get a drink, and then get back to it. I think that will help my tummy and rest the meat. We are back. Oh, we are back. Excuse me. You know, this just the burp after drinking my water right now reminds me. I was I forget where I was, like the mall or somewhere, and there was like it looked like brother and sister maybe. I don't know them at all, but the guy and they were 16, maybe a little bit younger, around that age somewhere. So the guy, young man, he burped, and the girl was like, I would rate that a 4. And my initial thought was, well, I might possibly be able to top that if I had a bottle of water right now. And you're really rating that a 4? That was at least an 8. And you know, maybe possibly, she's just never heard a bad burp before. That wasn't very much of a burp. But I don't go around rating people's burps, really. It's something that my friends did. Okay. Woo! What if I just did perpetual red ring around it? I'm just curious. Wait till that shows up in the frame. Should be coming anytime now. I'm gonna watch my monitor now. Kinda cool, I guess. Why am I waiting? I can just go here and see it live. Kind of, but not really necessary. Looking, boy, I keep on looking back. Just coming, change is coming. That's good. Mask issues. Whoa, ho. That's a. Whoa. Whoops. So it's here that needs to be adjusted. Here we are, Superstar. Song I don't care for as much as the others. At first I was like, ick. Oh goodness. It's not like a bad, inappropriate song. It's just about her in her small town looking at other stars and wanting to persevere, chase her dream beyond the radio. I'll sing a bit of it when we get to the chorus. But it just didn't really appeal to me. As I listened to it more, it's grown on me. I wanna be a superstar. I can't sing like her. Round in my fancy car, gonna be on the radio, singing for the world, you know. I wanna be a superstar. Singing for the world, you know. never before. Do anything, yeah. I wanna be a superstar. And round in my fancy car. Oh, singing for the world, you know. I wanna be a superstar. It's the weird. Riding round in my fancy car, gonna be on the radio, begging for the world, you know, I'm gonna be a superstar. That's too much of a rise. Looks good to me. The whole frame is moving right, not up, so... Six, 1. 6, 1. Not 7, 1. Still an upward jitter to the whole... Huh. Pat my stats. 5, 8. Today. 5. Yeah. That looks good to me. If I was standing. Would you love me the same way? If I was standing same place as yesterday, I figure it out. Looks like it moves down slightly. If I was standing in the same place as yesterday. The door feels like it gets... Watch this to the distance between the door. Yeah, it does feel like it goes left a smidge. And looks like on here it shows. It does. That looks still left a smidge. So if we start here... I mean right a smidge, sorry. You still am. That looks better. This needs to be left a smidge. So if we get rid of all of our junk... That looks better. Oh, nicer. Gonna eat another Kit Kat. The strange candy that is made with milk chocolate. The thing I abhor most in the candy world. Almost. Well, I don't like milk chocolate, but I eat Kit Kats with milk chocolate. Maybe it must be the wafer that balances things out. There'll be a sky of yellow and blue. Let's fly high in a hot air balloon. You'll get you, and you understand me. We do it all right when we disagree. We'll be together as the years fly by. You tell me my secret, you're the only one. You're the only one who helps me know what to do. The only one. I feel like this, where a touch of the heart, every bit closer, every lip far apart. Never promise, no, let's make a deal. We'll do a secret handshake and pinky swear. We'll be in Denmark. You're stuck with me, it's true. You're the only one, the only one who truly. You're the only. Voice that echoes at my da. Let me know what to do. Excuse me. Guys are gonna come. Yeah. Now I'm gonna eat it because I don't know this song as well. That was a good song though. Are we back online? It just disconnected for some reason. Could be our internet. Especially since we have my mom and dad that use the internet. Separate devices. I use the internet. That's 3 people. And then our renters down below use the internet. Possibly my friend who's staying with us. Hi, Jima. Fixing the mask should be easy. It's not. I just have to adjust some solid points that aren't going to change much when I adjust them. But I do want to, why am I on OBS? Let's see. And we haven't even masked that. I was gonna give myself a vote of confidence and show how close I was to the end. All I did was just make more frustration. Ugh, I hate the zapper. But every time I think about a word or whatnot, I zap myself. Let's go for some gum. Some spry gum with xylitol. This much left. I got it on sale at Smith's. Doesn't have a super long-lasting flavor. I'm gonna take this off. It's getting a little bit too hot in here. Oops. Knock over the Cheez-Its, but thankfully they're in a sealed box. Well, mostly sealed. It's, you know, the tab on top. So I'm going to finish these last 2 songs and probably be done for the night. Okay, so let's see. How does that work? The Y. And it's going down, obviously, but that lowers it even more. Okay. Okay. Feels like my head and mom. 3. Too much. 2, 8. Seven. Six. Whoa. Nope. Five. That looks good. Appears to move leftist hinge. 8, 2. Because it does. That's not right. Three. That's too much. 2, 5. 2. Probably 1. Yep. Let's just go with 2. 1. Dip so high. Torrentine said to me, don't let the bed bugs bite, sweet child. Don't you go to sleep tonight. That's what you'd say to me. Don't cry, all the lights are. And I'd be relieved to see your sweet smile smiling back at me. Be forever, and I think I'd see you in my dream. Please don't cry, Lexi's love. Good enough for me. That's blatant upward movement. Still up a smidge. So what I'm going to say is, if we go here, just get rid of all the junk. That looks good to me. Back to merge 2. 2, 8. That looks good enough here. I'm going to put some more music on. I feel like, should be down towards the bottom, I hope. If it's the same as my phone, it should be, oh, yes, here we go. Pure by the Lightning Seeds, the album. I should probably stop here, shouldn't I? Go to bed. Yeah, I'm going to cut here and go to sleep. We'll do more of this tomorrow. I do work tomorrow. So if I'm up early enough, maybe, you know, maybe after work too. Usually it doesn't happen on a work day, but I have enough confidence and it's going good enough. I don't feel so much stress about this. That, yeah. Going on. So, yeah, well, hope you should see me sometime tomorrow. I mentioned a package. Let me just see. Still says Las Vegas. Okay, well, I'm gonna cut here. See you guys in the next whatever.